Good morning, beloveds. Wow, those curls are on point today. It was very foggy this morning. Very foggy. Which means we came back into the house, damp, and it apparently just kind of activated all those curls. Some days having naturally curly hair is a good thing, and some days it's a hot mess. So today, and I also have other interesting news. I got a vaccine appointment. This Saturday, I'm going to get the Johnson & Johnson. So, it's like everybody around me, I know they've either gotten the Moderna or the Pfizer, so I'm going to be breaking new ground. I wanted the Johnson & Johnson because it's one shot and you're done. Then I don't have to worry about scheduling a second one, so I'm excited. So yeah. And if you want to know how I did it, I went to the 3 major hospitals. I Googled the 3 main hospitals, looked for their COVID, and then because they have places on there where you can get on a wait list and we'll contact you to schedule your appointment. So, and then you just have to check your email every day. Because I had gotten one and missed it. And by the time I'd seen the link, there weren't any appointments available. But this one, I got one. So I'm excited. All right. It is April 8th. I believe that God is the only reality of my life is our title. And the Bible quote is, "Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death." And that is Psalm 23:4. I am secure in God. Nothing can withstand truth, and I am knowing the truth of my being today. I realize that evil is neither person, place, or thing. I believe that God is the only reality in my life. There is nothing to prevent my good from appearing in my life right now, for I am open to the ways of spirit. I face my problems with an inspired mind and a faith that good alone can triumph, for good is God in action. Within me is an intelligence greater than anything the material world can devise. I turn to this inner Christ center and know that greater is He that is within me than he that is within the world. Nothing can stop the onward action of truth in my soul. I am undaunted by negatives, for I know that my God is with me and His mind is leading me. My world must respond to my thought, for that is the law of mind. I now declare that peace, love, and beauty of God as my environment. And these now bless me. God surrounds me, enfolds me, and upholds me at every moment. My word is the law unto the thing to which it is directed. I speak the truth, and the truth is all that I can experience. I stand in the midst of a flexible universe that responds to my thought and acts upon it. I alone am the creator of good in my world. I handle my thought rightly in order to bring this good forth into my experience. I am free of all problems, all fear, and all possibility of failure. I know with certainty that God is for me. I say no to all evil. I say yes to all good. All right. So my initial response to this is the thought about evil. And where that thought falls is what evil is. Because in the reading, he says, I realize that evil is neither a person, place, nor thing. Evil is no thing. What evil is, okay, so evil is not a power. It is not a power. It is not a person. It is not it's not on the same, it's not a co-power to God. That would be duality. So there's not God and evil. What evil is a misuse of the law. It is using the law outside of the qualities of God, which means everyone is capable of it, but we are not born evil. We can absolutely be taught it, because we misuse the law of creation, the power of creativity, all of that resides within us. What is evil is when we misuse it. When we use the law to benefit ourselves at the expense of others, that's evil. When we use the law to benefit ourselves, and it is not at the expense of any of others, that's good. When we use the law to benefit ourselves and help everyone around us, that's the quality. That's what we're looking for. And that's one of the reasons why in Science of Mind, we absolutely teach what you want for yourself, you want for everyone. So be careful what you wish for. Be careful what you wish for. Because frequently we have thoughts, we wouldn't wish that on anybody. Why would we wish it for ourselves? So that is what we teach. We teach that what we want for ourselves, we want for everyone. And that evil is not a thing, it is not a person, it is a misuse of the law. We all use the same law, we all use the same power, we all use the same creativity. It is how we use it that determines. Shakespeare, I believe, is the quote, nothing is good or evil, it is thinking that makes it so. That's what we're talking about. We all use the same power, we all use the same law. The question is how we use it. The question is, what are we getting from it? The question is, are we using it at the expense of others? That's evil. Okay, so I believe that God is the only reality of my life. That's a heck of a title. That is a heck of a title. And I appreciate how they're working they're working their way through the psalm and using it to kind of go, okay, this is so. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I am secure in God. I like how in this book, they start out with a statement. It's like, I am secure in God. It's like if you wanted a mantra for the day, the very first sentence. I am secure in God. Nothing can withstand truth. And I am knowing the truth of my being today. Nothing can withstand the truth. What is the truth? You are a child of God. You are made of God's stuff. You have access to unfiltered God. You can go to that place, fill up on that feeling, and bring that feeling back. And do amazing things. Now, when I say amazing things, I'm not talking grand world-changing things. I'm talking about you having a good day. I'm talking about the little things in your life going right. Because when the little things in your life go right, then you meet people on a different level. And when you meet people on a different level, people have a different experience. And then their day's a little bit better. And that's how we change the world. It's not one grand gesture. It's all the little bitty gestures. That's how we change the world. So, nothing can withstand the truth, and I am knowing the truth of my being today. I realize that evil is neither person, place, nor thing. I believe that God is the only reality in my life. There is nothing but God. There's nothing but spirit. We are expressions of God. We are God having an experience through us. Everything around us is God's stuff. Everyone around us is God's stuff. When we look into each other's eyes, we are looking into the eyes of God. Whether we're acting that way or not, that's the question.
Bye.
There is nothing to prevent my good from appearing in my life right now, for I am open to the ways of spirit. There is nothing to prevent my good from appearing in my life right now, for I am open to the ways of spirit. If you are open to the ways of spirit, then good's coming. We get in our own way. So we got to figure out how to get out of our own way, and that is by going to and recognizing who we are and recognizing who's around us. I face my problems with an inspired mind and a faith that good alone can triumph, for good is God in action. Within me is an intelligence greater than anything the material world can devise. I have access to that divine mind. That divine mind is the same mind that I use. That divine mind is the same mind you use. We all use that same mind. We have access to it. Are we using it? I turn to this inner Christ center and know that, and this is in quotes, so this may be a quote from somewhere, but I'm not sure where because they don't cite their sources. Greater is he that is within me than he that is within the world. End quote. So that Christ center, right there in black and white, Ernest and Raymond are saying, you have a Christ center. In the center of you is Christ. You were born with it. So go there. Go there. It's open invitation. It's your center. Nothing can stop the onward action of truth in my soul. I am undaunted by negatives, for I know that my God is with me and God's mind is leading me. So I know God's mind is with you and God's mind is leading you, because the same mind you use is God's mind. My world must respond to my thought, for it is the law of mind. No, hang on. My world must respond to my thought, for that is the law of mind. I now declare the peace, love, and beauty of God is my true environment. So, I mean, how would your world look if every day you got up and said, I now declare the peace, love, and beauty of God is my true environment? And then you start looking for it. You start looking for the peace. You start looking for the love. You start looking for the beauty. Because when you look for it, you will find it. And it may show up in places that you hadn't expected, and it may show up in ways that you hadn't expected. And that's the amazing thing about spirit, is once you open up to the ways of spirit and start looking for it, you see it in places that it's always been there, but you just weren't awake to see it, awake to see it. And these now bless me. God surrounds me, enfolds me, and upholds me at every moment. So when you're walking into something that you're not sure how it's going to go, why not say, God surrounds me, enfolds me, and upholds me at every moment? Because that's the truth. God surrounds us always. God enfolds us because we're made up of. We are God having an expression. We're God expressing through into the world. And God upholds us because, I mean, why create us to have expressions if not to be creative, to be all of those qualities of God? So I can believe this. I can get behind this. God surrounds us, enfolds us, and upholds us at every moment. Because there's nothing but God. There's nothing but God. My word is the law unto the thing to which it is directed. I speak the truth, and the truth is all that I can experience. I stand in the midst of a flexible universe that responds to my thought and acts upon it. That's a beautiful idea. I stand in the midst of a flexible universe, which means it will respond to me. I alone am the creator of good in my world. Well, that's just, I missed that statement the first time through. I alone am the creator of good in my world. I alone am the creator, because I am responsible for creating that good in relationship with others. It is up to me to walk into relationship with others good. And then together we create good. But if I walk into a relationship not good, am I going to create good? Maybe. But am I going to create as much good as I could? Not necessarily. So I am good. I am good. I walk in carrying my God qualities, the love, the peace, the creativity, the unity. I walk into relationship with others that way. And then good comes from that. Yeah, so in the end, the personal responsibility does come back too. Now, you are going to walk into a relationship with people and people are not going to want to cooperate, and in that situation you say, okay, well, my good dictates that I go relationship with somebody else. And I that's any kind of relationship, business, friendship, what, just on the street, So it's like, I come to you in good faith and will create good. If you don't meet me in good faith, then yeah, there's some good that's going to come from it. But what the good may be is me realizing, maybe you're not the person we're doing. And I go and do something different or with someone else. So, I'm not talking just romantic relationships here. So just don't take that. Okay. I handle my thought rightly in order to bring this good forth in my experience. I am free of all problems. Oh, okay. Whoa. My connection went down. So I was trying to walk around to see if I could, which ironically I'm in the room with the box. So not sure what happened there, but welcome to technology. All right. I handle my thought rightly in order to bring forth this good into my experience. I handle my thought rightly. What does that mean? Thinking in the qualities of God. Choosing love first. I am free. I am free of all problems, all fear, and all possibilities of failure. Oh, that's a power statement. That's a power statement. And the truth is, you never fail if you continue to try. Failure is simply lessons learned. So don't ever think that you fail. Don't ever think that you fail. As long as you have learned something from what looks like a failure, you have not failed. You've learned something and you're moving on. I know with certainty that God is for me. I say no to all evil. I say yes to all good. All right. So our mission, should we choose to accept it, I don't even know. Wow. There's a lot in here. Oh, well, here's our mission. Our mission, should we choose to accept it, is to face our problems with an inspired mind and a faith that good alone can triumph, for good is God in action. I think our mission today is to recognize God in action around us always. So that's it. That's it. Our mission today is to look for God in action. And the good news is everything's God, so everything's God in action. So look for the good. Look for the good. All right, beloveds. On the off chance that it decides to get weird on me on the wireless, I'm going to tell you, do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself today. Whatever that looks like. Absolutely whatever that looks like. If your compassion does not include yourself, it is incomplete. Dalai Lama. All right, beloveds. I want to remind you, you are a beloved child of God in whom God is well pleased, always and forever. So please, do something to engage your mind and your body today. Go for a walk. Go enjoy springtime. If you live this far south, spring has sprung. They're talking, it's going to be in the high 80s today. So drink plenty of water. Get some rest. Get some fresh air. Get some sunlight first thing in the morning on your face. It really does help. That's one of the reasons why I think I have more energy now that I run in the morning, because that's sun. Even though the fog was pretty heavy this morning, I still got some sun. But open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you you do live in heaven now. It is about looking around and seeing it. Because the more you look for, the more you see, the more there will be. And today, I am securing God. We are securing God. There is a place we can go at any time to